Let me tell you a story. Oh hey y'all, it's Lauren. I am hot for food and I'm back with an epic recipe for you today. We're gonna be making some vegan savory danishes. Oh hell yeah. We're making the everything Danish, which has the everything seed topping and the tofu cream cheese that you've come to know and love. And we're making apple cheese danishes. How cute are those? All right, so we're inspired to do this because Easter's coming up. So you're gonna need like an Easter brunch kind of platter thing that you wanna serve. These are tasty, pretty easy to whip up because we're gonna use pre-made puff pastry, which you can find in the frozen section of your local supermarket. There are a few brands that are vegan friendly, but just remember to check the ingredients. Now, before you get started, also remember to put your puff pastry from the freezer into the fridge overnight so it can thaw, but still be very chilled before rolling out. You need it to be soft, right? Okay, let's get started because I'm hungry. First, let's make the everything Danish. It's so good. To make the everything Danish topping, you're gonna combine poppy seeds, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, granulated garlic powder, dried onion, and sea salt into a small bowl and then set it aside. If you've been watching for a while, you know how to make this tofu cream cheese, but in case you don't, you're going to take a paper towel to pat the tofu mostly dry and soak up some of the excess liquid before blending. Add the tofu to a high-powered blender along with lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, garlic cloves, onion powder, garlic powder, sea salt, white pepper, and coconut oil. Blend this until it gets very, very smooth. Now pour the tofu cream cheese mixture into a bowl and fold in fresh dill, fresh basil, thyme, and chives and stir this until it's really well combined. You can chill the tofu cream cheese in the fridge until you're ready to make the danishes. You're gonna make a vegan egg wash by combining non-dairy milk and brown sugar in a bowl and whisk it until it's well combined. Now to prepare the puff pastry, lightly flour your work surface. Roll the dough out into an 8 by 8 inch square. Now using a dough cutter or a knife, mark out 4 inches on each side and cut the dough to make 4 by 4 inch squares. Place these dough squares on a parchment-lined baking sheet. Measure out 1/4 cup of the tofu cream cheese and add it to the center of each square. Now use the back of a spoon to spread the mixture to the edges of the square, but avoid spreading it all the way to the corners. Use your fingers to gently pinch and fold each corner almost to the center of each square. You want to keep some of the filling exposed in the center like this. Now brush the vegan egg wash on top of the pastry and sprinkle the everything Danish topping on all of the folded corners. Just press gently with your fingers to help them stick. Now bake this in a preheated oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 14 to 16 minutes. Out of the oven, place the everything danishes on a wire rack to cool. You can either eat these hot or slightly cooled off. Either way, they are amazing. My favorite way to serve the danishes is on a nice platter with all kinds of everything bagel toppings. Things like sliced tomato, red onion, capers, cucumber, and fresh dill. Now we're gonna make the vegan apple cheese danishes. Prep the apple slices by tossing them in some lemon juice, which will help prevent them from going brown, and you can set this aside in the fridge to chill. Once again, to make the danishes, you're gonna lightly flour your work surface and take the puff pastry and then divide it in half so it's easier to work with. Refrigerate the other half until needed. Use a rolling pin to roll out half of the dough into an 8 by 10 inch rectangle. You can use a ruler or a measuring tape to measure out 4 squares of dough that are 4 by 5 inches each. Then use a dough cutter or a knife to cut out 4 squares and trim any of the edges just so they're straight. Transfer the squares onto a parchment-lined baking sheet and chill them in the fridge while you work with the other half of the dough. Repeat the rolling, measuring, and cutting out 4 more squares. Then use a round cookie cutter to punch out a hole in half of the squares. To assemble these danishes, you're gonna brush melted butter onto the chilled dough squares, the ones that were in the fridge. You're gonna layer alternate slices of apple and then vegan cheese, starting and finishing with apple slices, and place this on the square bottoms. Now take one of the dough squares that has the hole in it and place it on top of the apple and cheese layers. Brush the top with melted butter and then sprinkle with a little bit of demerara sugar. That's gonna give it just a hint of sweetness. Now throw this tray in an oven preheated to 425 degrees Fahrenheit and bake for 12 to 14 minutes until golden brown. Oh, look at these savory danishes. We have the everything Danish, and we have the apple cheese Danish. Which one are you going to eat first, Lauren? I have no idea. But I've been eyeing these everything danishes since the beginning of time. Here we go, guys. Oh my God. Like, what's better, the bagel or the Danish? I don't know. So, oh my God. The cream cheese can be baked because we reduce the amount of oil in it so that it doesn't pool and melt all over the place. So that's the only adjustment to this. Otherwise, it's the same one you've been making. Oh my God. I'm gonna put all the things on here. Onions, capers. You know what else you could put on here? If you recall the golden beet pastrami from the sandwich video, slice those up thin, add this on top too, kind of like a little bit like a smoked salmon effect. Oh God. This is the best brunch feast of all time. You're gonna love this. You're gonna die over this. Oh my God. If you have guests coming over for Easter brunch, just don't tell them this is vegan. They won't know. They'll be freaking out. Hang on, my napkin's down here. Okay. Now these poofed up because we put them in the fridge, and like depending on how you roll out your puff pastry or whatever, it might poof more than other times. Like one time you could do it, it might not poof as much, but anyway, these got nice and poofy. They're so amazing. It's like a window into my soul. Oh God. These should be sold at Costco. Oh my God. Imagine if you could get a whole, like, one of those boxes of these things. It's a pre-made vegan sliced cheese. I mean, you can put whatever you want in that. The cooked apple. Oh my God. I can't. I'm so addicted. Oh my God. Okay. You have to make both of these. I don't know how you're gonna choose. The way we did it in the video here, we did 4 and 4, but the recipes that are linked on Hopper Food Blog make 8 and 8. You could split up the batch if you want to just buy, you know, half the amount of puff pastry, whatever. Up to you. Very customizable. Oh my God. And you gotta add that sugar on top. Okay. Just clean myself up here. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already watching this channel, because what the heck are you doing? Subscribe. I'm here every Wednesday posting new amazing vegan comfort food just for you. All the recipes are on hotforfoodblog.com. Now next week, we're going danishes even more, and we're making sweet danishes. Holy hell. We're gonna make braided little Danish nests. One is going to have the custard from the English trifle recipe and then a sour cherry jam or compote on top. It's to die for. I'm also gonna make a chocolate salted caramel concoction. Oh, we're swirling the chocolate into the dough. It's magic swirling and twirling together. So you've got all these Danish recipes coming your way. I wanted to do this for Easter. I just went to Miami and I went to a bakery in Miami called, I hope I get it right, Artisan or L'Artisan Bakery, and they make vegan croissants and danishes. And of course, ain't nobody got time to like make their own pastry, so I figured we'll just use pre-made puff pastry, and it worked out amazingly. So now I can enjoy these danishes in the comfort of my own home without having to leave, except to go to the grocery store. So don't miss Sweet Danishes next week. You're probably planning a huge Easter feast, and so I have more recipes for you. Check out vegan stuffing 3 ways. That's so much food. And if you're looking for a main event, try the Thanksgiving roast, which works for all holiday meals, including Easter, and it's made with puff pastry. Watch these now.